Good day, everyone. This is Mahaveer Shah. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for FEITIAN Technologies, representing IoT and Payment Division. So today I'm actually going to discuss on Go Digital with Smart POS. Just to give you a brief background about FEITIAN Technologies. FEITIAN has been in security, authentication, and payment for the last 22 years. It's a public listed company based out of China, and we have more than 1,000 employees. Uh, in fact, the best part about FEITIAN is that they are always focused on innovation, and that's one of the reason why more than 50% of their strength of the human resource has been from the R&D and engineering background. We have more than 100 countries where our customers have been based, and we have five overseas branches. In fact, what we are also seeing now is we are looking at developing the MENA region with our upcoming offices in Morocco, and we have a very strong team of the payment experts. Right from some of the known, manufacturers of traditional POS and the payments. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the neobanks. We all know what a neobank is, right? So neobank is basically a typical digital bank. They don't have brick and mortar branches anywhere. But look at the kind of research which has been done by Deloitte and American Banking Association and the McKinsey, where they see that more than 50% of the world's population would be using digital banking services by 2021. And we look at two-thirds of the US citizens have been using or accessing the digital services or digital financial services. 1.2 billion people in Asia will be using digital banking or financial services by the end of 2020, as predicted by McKinsey. So, if we really look at, the rise of digital banking services or financial services have grown exponentially. And not only that, along with the COVID coming up, for the last 1 year, we have actually seen a lot of people who were never into online purchase have also started accessing online services and online purchasing. So digital services or digital financial services is growing day by day. Let's look at some of our experts comment. One of the experts, especially from Goldman Sachs, he basically says that the future of finance is not the technology, it is an obsession to be on the side of the customer. Technology is just an enabler to make that happen. And he's quite true, actually. So the question which everyone asks, why banks go digital? Why they need to go digital? Let's look at some of these stats. Let's look at the market of China, where you have more than 80% of the people having a bank account, but you look at the mobile phone penetration, which is more than 100%, and then you have the internet users almost 60%. So they have a very good balance of banking services, more on the digital front, and accessing digital financial services. Let's look at Indonesia. So we have almost like 49% of the bank accounts for the adults coverage, and then we have more than 100% of mobile phone penetration, and we see that it is 64% of internet usage. In fact, Indonesia has been one of the country which has emerged in terms of accessing the digital financial services, and we see a lot of wallets and neobanks and digital financial services and banking services which are growing within this particular region segment market. Of course, we also have many other examples like Colombia, Egypt, Kazakhstan, and all. So, if I have to look at, why banks go digital, we all need to understand that uh, with sophisticated digitalized operation, financial institutions can achieve more than 45% of improvement, you know, and in their net profits and drive up to 37% of their annual revenue or grow. you know so what has been banks want to go digital? Because it reduces their operational cost. It's very cost effective in terms of acquisition of a new customer. Everything can be online, the agents can be online, they can use different kind of smart POS or smartphones for customer acquisition. It's very agile, and at the same time it remains compliant with the new legislation. So that is one of the reason why banks are looking at. Yeah. So what is a digital bank like? So we have the payment products, we have the merchant management, we have the wealth management, we have marketing toolkits, we have agency banking, we have open connections. So if we really look at, some of the big tech giants like Google and Amazon, they've been earning more than 50% of their $1.35 trillion in just US financial services and this is the actual source from Business Insider. And in by 2021, most of the global banks will actually increase their IT budgets, uh, to somewhere around 297 billion. Like 35% of all the bank's revenue could be at risk from more tech-savvy companies as soon as 2020 if they are not looking at upgrading their entire infrastructure and bringing digitalization into the space. So where does FEITIAN rope in, or where does FEITIAN, bring a big advantage in terms of this digital banking and financial services? So FEITIAN has been manufacturing point of sale terminals. In fact, one of the best leading teams, which were the pioneers of creating the first Android POS in the world, are actually the backbone of FEITIAN, IoT and payment division now. So we've been trying to create a very tailor-made, secured, stable, and an open, smart POS. And we are trying to bring this with very aggressive and competitive offerings into the market for the service providers to access and provide various kind of value added services along with payments or bundled with payments on the same device. So the role of POS ecosystem in banking digitalization. So, you have one particular Android smart POS which can take care or accept any kind of mobile payments, bank card payments. It is a mini cash register inbuilt, especially for small stores. It has inventory management. It has biometrics, whether you want it with fingerprint, without fingerprint, or you want to have face recognition, iris recognition with a high-end camera inbuilt. It has print receipts, so a lot of telecom operators can also use it for voucher printing. You have print confirmation of the receipts. Apart from that, it also has something which is known as terminal management system. So we have actually created one TMS which can support any traditional POS or any third party Android POS on a single terminal management system along with remote key injection. So we have in our TMS, something known as geofencing, geolocation, geo tracking, which is very very important. Sitting in my own bank or a desk, I can actually monitor the health of the device. I can do troubleshooting for my merchants. I can give them live support. The heartbeat comes into picture. uh, we have a lot of developers advantages on use case basis. Again, being an Android, you also have your own app store which can be private or public, so you can sign in different kind of applications and secure the applications for your merchant networks, whether it's zonal merchants or regional merchants and all. And apart from that, yes, we as a company have also got a complete a ready compliant payment application. So where we do is that we see that one single POS would allow a bank to have customer onboarding, with biometrics, without biometrics. You have payments or merchant payments, whether it's bank card payments, mobile payments, or wallet payments, which is QR or contactless. You have marketing services right from your loyalty management, discounts, coupons, vouchers, and then you have top up bill payments and various other value added services, right from inventory management, taxi payments, toll plazas. So basically one particular POS which can fit all the different kind of use case scenarios. That is what Fathian is offering as of today. So FEITIAN has now got a various list of point of sale terminals, right from handheld POS, which is F20, to a mobile payment POS, where normally the customer segment market does not need an IC or MSR, which is F100. And then you have F300, which is the first pocket POS, which does not need a printer, but it actually replaces, MPOS in the market because it's a standalone and it has its own dual SIM inbuilt along with SAM. So we have handheld POS, we have mobile payment POS, we have a pocket POS, we have biometric POS, all in one device. We have biometric only for mobile payments, including for financial inclusions. We have MPOS devices. We have the Bluetooth NFC readers specifically designed for different kind of pads, to convert into a payment acceptance devices. And of course, we have our own terminal management system, which is Storm, along with our SmartPay, which is our very unique payment application, which has a cash register, inventory, value-added services, which is multilingual, which is absolutely provided on white labeling, and which can connect to any of the payment switches, the leading payment switches in the world. So we created this smart pay. Just an overview is basically an Android payment application which can work on an Android smartphone as well as can work on an Android point of sale terminal, that is of FEITIAN. And this particular application can provide all different kind of services, right from void, refund, cash, pre-auth, chargeback, bank card payments, contactless, QR, any kind of readiness is ready. And we are already compliant because we have implemented this on white labeling to various customers which have been connected to their different payment switch or the host on ISO 8583 or Nexo or any other protocols. These are some of the modules of our smart pay. If you can see, just giving you an overview of that. But yes, there are a lot of other features also which we customize as per the need of the local market, and we also do a lot of localization. This is our Storm as managed. Storm is very important because it's not only the Android device which is provided by the company, but it's very important, from a particular vendor, that once the device is on the ground, how are you going to manage the device? So that is one particular, TMS which can manage any terminals, whether it's any third party Android terminals or any traditional terminals which are existing in the market, or the MPOS on a smartphone, which all can be managed on a single TMS. And you have all the particular features, right from transaction manager, transaction parameters, what we call customer manager, marketing. We can even push certain videos, and you can have pay per click kind of a revenue model using an Android POS. You can have app market, you can have device managers. So basically the TMS allows not only managing the terminal but also creating an opportunity for adding new value added services on top of the POS, and allowing the merchant to gather more revenue. So FEITIAN Storm TMS is highly secure, and in fact, we are already in the process of PCI PIN certification on our public cloud. We've been already, connected on AWS, Cloud HSM. We have Google HSM. We have worked with TELUS HSM and many other HSMs, and we use the PCI DSS infrastructure already. And yes, it's quite secured, honestly. In terms of our smart pay, yes, we are very compliant. As I mentioned before, we have gone through many certifications. We have our own test tools. We understand the need of the market. We support all the protocols, right from Nexo to ISO to Hypercom to TLS and all, in terms of integrating to the payment switch or the host. And we have passed all the different kind of certifications. So it is a compliant, but then every get an L3 certification depending on their region and uh, the zone where, or the country where they offer the services, where we also help them to get that. So thank you, guys. It's been good talking to all of you. If you guys have any particular questions, feel free to put up an email, or ask us anytime. I'll be more than happy during the event to answer any of your queries you have, and we would be more than happy actually to share some of the samples. You can test it. We can help you with the testing. We can send you the SDKs. We can support you for your need, and if you have any specific need in the market in terms of the payments, we are more than happy to assist you. Thank you once again. Bye bye.